there is rumblings in the Democratic Party that have been going on all week that they definitely want him out of there, and they're trying to find out who is going to be the replacement. And then him lashing out, we showed the other day, where he said, "I'm changing lives."
Yeah.
It's obviously getting worse, and it's starting to get to him.
Yeah, sure.
And I think they're actively trying to find a candidate. The problem is, and I forget who brought this up. It was either Ben Shapiro or like Charlie Kirk maybe, but what they were saying is that they were like, look, if you think it's bad with Biden right now and everything that's going on, he's the last guy from the Democratic side that was in the middle. The only way to go is just further fucking crazy left at this point. And they're probably right. I don't think that was hyperbole because the party is fractured. It is split in two. You still have some moderate Democrats, but they're older, right? And then you have the progressives that are super young who are fucking crazy, like AOC, Ilhan Omar, and all those other guys. It might be one of them. AOC will she will be eligible age-wise to run. Who do you trot out from the Democratic Party at that point?
Well, this is a good segue. We'll go down to the last story, which is Elon Musk is now a Republican.
Yes.
And the reason I'm bringing this up now is because I will discuss the presidential election as well in a minute. But,
okay. I'll read this one now then, okay? So Elon Musk has obviously come out and said that he is a Republican. As many of you have heard, Republicans picked up a traditionally Dem seat in Congress that's been blue since it existed. Myra Flores won the special election in Texas' 34th district, where none other than Elon Musk happens to live. Musk said on Twitter that he voted for her and followed up that this is the first time he's ever voted Republican and that he expects a red wave in November. He was asked by users who he intended to vote for in the presidential election, and he said he was leaning towards DeSantis, Governor DeSantis. It seems more and more likely that DeSantis will be the candidate, and honestly, I think the Dems...
This is my analysis of this.
This is your analysis.
Yeah, I think that there's nobody from the Democratic side that can beat DeSantis. Not one fucking prayer. Not right now, especially.
Right now.
Well,
a lot can change in the next 2 years, but I'm with you.
People aren't going to forget about month after month of like 8 to 9% inflation, gas prices going crazy. They're not. This is fucking causing people a lot of trauma. As a matter of fact, they probably are the economy and especially regular people aren't going to be finished dealing with this shit even by the election in 2024, right? So the speculation right now from Wall Street is that we're going to hit a recession sometime in January.
It's funny. It's funny you said that. So I'm on the phone today with a prominent business owner. I'm not going to say who it is in Texas. I'm on the phone with him today, and I go something to the effect of like, "Well, wait till next year, and this recession hits." And his response to me was this: he goes, "Who says it's not here right now?" And it stopped me in my tracks. I was
I mean,
we're close. Are we?
No, we're not close. We're not nowhere. Well, by the definition of recession, no, we're not. But I'll explain that now. Recession is. It's 4 or more quarters in a row, right, of GDP shrink.
Yes. Won't this be the fourth quarter though?
No, our GDP's been growing because it's year over year, right? So 2021, it was growing when he was in office because 2020 we shut the entire economy down. So for the last 2 years, like all this propaganda you're hearing from the left right now, like we're in a booming economy. We've added more jobs. We've done X, Y, Z, whatever the fuck. It's like, yeah, you took us down to 0 and then brought us back up. We're still well short of pre-pandemic levels.
Right.
In every fucking category, literally every category.
Yeah, I hate when I read that article, by the way. I hate that when people say that.
Right. But so technically there is no recession. If you were able to somehow isolate or make a delta out of the pandemic conditions, right? What would our economy be without all that bullshit having built it back up? We would probably be in a depression, to be honest. But you can't do that because a lot of that stuff contributed to the situation we're in, right? So it's not really a fair assessment. Technically, no, we're not in a recession yet. But everybody, all these financial folks who think that we'll be in a recession by January, that means they think whatever recovery we have had so far is getting blown out by the inflation. That's what they think. So it's going to take 2 quarters, that is to say, starting next month, starting next month and then starting again in October, those 2 quarters to close out the year, quarters 3 and 4. If those show GDP shrink, then that will be technically that will be a recession at that point, right? So we'll be in a recession, but it'll be a depression because it's a recession based on how things are post-pandemic. But if you compare it to 2019, we'll be in a depression.
Got it.
So,
fun stuff ahead.
Not the best.
Fun stuff ahead.
But on the the point of that was, if DeSantis runs for president, he's wildly popular on social shit.
Yep. Great speaker.
Yeah, because he just he's not full of shit, and it's like, no, we're not doing that.
No, I and I'm with you. If that's the candidate,
I think they just
it's a really strong candidate, and I don't know who beats him.
No one's going to beat him, so I think they wheel Biden out there and let him take the L for the team.
You think so?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's what I would do. That's the smartest move to make.
Yeah, because you're right. If
it's a basketball game and you're getting blown out, you don't fucking put your stars back in and let them get hurt.
Right. That's smart. I've actually never heard that theory before, but it makes total sense. Why would you try to if you really believe in, let's say you believed in AOC on the left, right? And that's your fucking person for the future, and that's going to be your first female president, and all your hopes and dreams are pinned on her. Why let her get beat as bad in 2024 when you can't come back from that? Yeah. It's not like you can run again after that with that big of a loss, because I don't even think it will even come down to the candidates so much as the condition of the country. And right now, everything is so fucked with inflation and probably a recession and maybe a depression by the time you get to 2024, whatever the fuck we're in at this point, that people will literally vote for whoever the right throws out no matter what. November will be a key indicator for how bad it's truly going to be. But numbers-wise, yeesh, it's getting worse and worse every single day.